All right, so while we give everyone a chance to submit questions, I wanted to talk a little bit today about commitment versus motivation. It's a common question and concern I get where people ask, you know, what can I do to be more motivated, whether it be more motivated to go to the gym, more motivated to um, be better with nutrition. There's tons of things when we're setting goals for our life and our habits to be motivated about. The challenge is with motivation is it can be very fickle. It's easy in the moment. Sometimes we have an emotional trigger that makes us get motivated to start pursuing these changes. But as soon as we're often faced with an obstacle, a challenge, or some sort of adversity, that motivation really starts to die off pretty quickly in those scenarios, which leaves us stuck basically where we started at again. On the flip side, commitment is what gets us through those adversities, those challenges, those obstacles. Um, if you make a commitment to do something, it usually means like you're going to find a way to be successful with that one way or another, regardless of what level of motivation you have that day, what sort of obstacles are put in your way, challenges that you face. Like you're going to ultimately come out on top because of your commitment to that pursuit. Um, so it's important to kind of pair these together. What I mean by that is it's easy when you're really charged up and motivated to set big audacious goals about how much time you're going to spend working out, how clean and food prepped you're going to be with your meals, how much sleep you're going to get every single night, how much screen time you're going to keep yourself limited to, a whole bunch of other things. It's easy to get really revved up and motivated for that. However, the commitment side of that is where the more realistic and attainable part of the goal needs to come into play. So you've got to kind of mold them together. Motivation is awesome, it's usually what initiates change. We need to pair that with what can I realistically commit to? What will I be successful with no matter what on a day-to-day, regular, week in, week out basis? Because if those two don't match up, that's usually when we start getting frustrated, our motivation fizzles, or we get burnt out keeping the commitment, but it's just too much of a commitment to sustain for long term. So maybe yes, we do accomplish our goals doing that, 75 hard or 90-day fitness challenge, but by the end of it, we're just spent with all the effort that it took to get there, and it's not something that we can sustainably keep up with. So it's important that our commitment and our motivation pair and match together with what we can realistically, consistently do. Um, there's always going to be challenges, but if your goals are realistic, it's easy to stay committed to it rather than have everything completely fizzle out motivation wise. Hope that helped with everyone. Don't see any questions that have come up here. What I would ask, if you do have questions, feel free to always throw them on the post if you're watching the recording. We'll always get to them on next week's live session. Again, we're here every Tuesday, so try and start about 5 o'clock Arizona time. And like I said, any fitness question I'll try and answer. If I'm not capable of, I will let you know, and I will research it in between so we can still get you guys the information that you need to be successful with all your health and fitness goals. Hope everyone has a great week. Remember to stay persistent with your consistent commitment to your changes in life. Have a great week.